What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Lateral Move. No PC culture, all comedy, everything, keeping it 1,000. Trips up. I'm RJ Bam. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for being here. I just got back from Hawaii. That's why you see this tan. You got the fucking salmon shirt. Says Hawaii on it. We got the tan going, you know? Let's go, son. Let's go. I just got back. And it was a phenomenal trip. It was a great trip. Too short of a trip. Me and Group know. You already know me and Group be doing this. We back at it, man. We landed last night, and we're back on the grind. Because that's what we fucking do. We're back on the grind because the work don't stop. The grind don't stop. The hustle don't stop. Don't you hate motherfuckers that say that shit? This shit don't stop, bro. We always grinding. We get it, man. If you grinding, you just grinding. You don't gotta tell everybody you grinding. But also, sometimes you gotta tell everybody you grinding. That's just how it works. Because these motherfuckers forget that you always grinding. So you gotta let them know that you always grinding. We back, man. We back and the sun is not here. Fuck. I was just in sunny Hawaii for like the last 5 days. Very short trip. Real short. Not even a full fucking week, man. But we're going back in a few months. We're gonna be back in 4 months. So don't worry. I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of that when we go back. But, dude, like, it was 89, sunny, hot, beautiful weather, the gorgeous views, island vibes, everything was cool. And I come back here and it's fucking overcast and cold. As soon as I got off the plane, I was like, even on the plane, as soon as we got on the plane, left the island, soon as we got about like 3 hours away from the island and we were like about halfway to Seattle, it just got cold in the plane already. And that's not even like I understand the plane has its own fucking air system and whatever, and the atmosphere outside of the plane doesn't affect the atmosphere inside of the plane because it's closed off and, cabin pressure or whatever the fuck. But no, the outside atmosphere affected that shit, and it was cold in the plane because it was cold outside because it's fucking cold here, and it's sunny, and it's not sunny, it's overcast. I don't see a cloud. I don't see a hole anywhere. It's just all grays out there, and that shit sucks. I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Dude, the beaches there. We went to one of the beaches, Spencer's beach park, and we walked into the water, and first of all, it was like, oh, it's warm water. Not like hot or warm. Like, it was like, here is straight mountain springs and the water is like 10 degrees. And when I went there, I completely forgot, like I haven't been, even in like the beaches on the East Coast, like the Atlantic is so fucking cold, right? But like when we went down to like close to the equator, when we go into the water, man, it's so fucking nice. It's not freezing like it is in the States. It's so nice and just relaxing. And dude, I sat in the water and I'm right there where land meets ocean, right? I'm just right there in the middle and just chill there for a solid maybe 40 minutes, just doing nothing but sitting there and just staring out into the world. And it was the most relaxing shit. I just sat there by myself for a while, and it was just so, like, when we left the beach after that day, like that day we were at the beach for like, man, we got there like 9 a.m. We left at like 5 or something like that. So we were literally there for like 6 hours, 7 hours, something like that. But and when we left after being in the water and just chilling there and relaxing and just taking it all in, any stress, like I'm not a very stressed person in general. I work out pretty hard. I get all my anger and stress out at the gym. And I work out for long durations of time. And even outside of that, like I don't really, and I box and stuff, and like I'm hitting the bag. You get all that shit out, right? When you're sweating and you breathing hard and your lungs are on fire and you're really pushing your limits, you got no stress as it is, right? And in general, I'm not a very stressed person in any way. Like I don't, there's very few things that I really care about. I give a fuck about the things that I give a fuck about, but outside of that, I don't give a fuck, right? That's just how I live my life. But like when you leave the water, dude, it was just like, oh my God, I don't understand how anybody could be unhappy here, because it's just, it was so calming and relaxing, and you just, Like, I guess you could get that here if you go out into the woods, into nature, go on a hike. And I definitely feel that, like, when I get away from the cell towers and the busy cities and shit like that, and I go hiking in the summer and I go deep into the woods, and it's just you're just one with the trees and shit. Like, the oxygen there is better with all the trees, and just, you're just in the middle of the world the way it used to be before, the industrialized civilizations and shit like that. And it's just, you just feel calmer. You feel just relaxed, and you just feel a sense of, I don't know, you just feel at peace. And you can do that in nature. But like here, it's like cold, right? And it's very few times you could do that. But in Hawaii, it's just warm all the time. So you can do that any time of the year. And when I left the water, man, I was just like so happy. I don't know. Like, I'm always happy, but I'm always happy, but it was abundantly clear that I was happy. It was like literally in my mind, I was like, holy shit, I'm so fucking happy and relaxed and calm and at peace. And so that was just a really cool feeling, because normally, like, you know you're happy because you're not upset. And that's just how you're just on the grind of things. You're just daily life. You're always at work. You're always in a rush. You're always doing shit. But like if I'm not upset, then I know I'm happy because I'm not upset. I count my happiness by how few times I'm upset, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But when you're there, you're like, holy shit, I'm happy and calm. Like, you feel it immediately. It's cognizant that you just know that you're happy. And it was a really cool feeling. So the island was great. Fucking amazing food as always. If y'all ain't been to Hawaii, man, or any of the islands really, if you just go, island life is just a whole nother thing, man. And they just have a sense of the way they live their life, man. It's just, they just get it. I mean, everybody, obviously you have to work, you have to make money, you have to feed your family, get food or whatever, keep the bills and pay the bills and keep a roof over your head or whatever. That's like the normal stuff. But like outside of that, it's like the way they live their life, it's just, they know that it almost feels like they know it can all end at any moment. All of this can end at any moment. And so they're just like, man, we're just going to enjoy the fuck out of life, man. Spend time with family, spend time in nature, spend time at the beach, spend time just living. And it's really cool. And it's you just drive around, you just listen to music really loud, top down, whatever, cruising. Island cruising is so much fun. The views are so pretty. It's just it's a whole nother world, man. So if you have the chance, I highly recommend going out there. And you don't have to specifically go to Hawaii. There's plenty of islands. You can go to Fiji. You can go to the Maldives. That's a little bit more expensive. You can go to Jamaica. You can go, Bahamas. All that shit, man. You can even go down to Mexico. Whatever. Like, you just somewhere along the equator and just fucking veg out. And it's just so, you leave there recharged for life, I guess I should say. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get back here, only because like I like my daily routines. I've set my life up to do my daily routines because the daily routines that I have are things that I generally enjoy. And when I'm on vacation, I work out so much every day, and like I'm always on the grind. I'll have my 3 podcasts, and so when I'm on vacation, I try not to do anything but just enjoy my time there. And I try not to sleep too much because I really want to be out in the world when I'm there, and just enjoy the food, enjoy the people, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the beaches, the sun, all that shit. So yeah, island life is something different, man. But the flight over, the flight there, I was watching, I was listening to a couple podcasts, but I didn't take my good headphones. I took these shitty ass headphones, and next time I know I'm gonna take my good ones. But the flight over, I was watching John Wick 3, and John Wick 3, the one with Halle Berry, it's good. It's a lot of death in that movie, man. I would say 500 people died in that movie. Literally, like probably at least 500 people died in that movie. I don't know what the head count is, but it's a lot. And but it was a action packed from the jump, because the way John Wick 2 ends, He breaks the rules and he becomes not exiled, excommunicado. Is that what they called it? And in that sense, and then the hotel, it's not the hotel, but whatever the fucking building is where there's no fighting, no rule, or no killing there. The owner of that hotel, like before he reports John, he gives him an hour. And so he's like, yo, you got an hour and then you're excommunicado, sorry. And he's doing him a favor. And that's how John Wick 2 ends and John Wick 3 picks up. And in John Wick 3, like anyone that helped out John after he broke the rules, the fucking round table or whatever, the head table, whatever the fuck they're called. Round table's a fucking pizza place. The fucking bitch from there comes around and like, you know, makes everybody pay for what the fuck they did because they broke the rules by helping him. But it's action packed. I thought his dog fucking died. I don't remember him having a second dog. Did he get another dog? I don't remember. The dope ass car that he had wasn't in the third one, so that was kind of a bummer. But he goes around fucking killing everybody. He meets up with Halle Berry and she's reluctant to help him, but she helps him, and then she fucking wiles the fuck out and kills the dude because the dude shot her dog because he was like, yo, for helping you and helping this motherfucker, I'm gonna need your dog. And she got two. She got two fucking German Shepherds, and he's like, I'm gonna need that dog. And she's like, you're not gonna have my dog. She's like, you're not gonna give me that dog? She's like, I'm not gonna give you this dog. And he's like, all right, that's fine. I don't want your dog. I'm gonna shoot your dog. And he shoots her, and then she shoots him. And then that's when all hell breaks loose, even from there. They're already fighting everyone around because there's a fucking $15 million bounty on John's head. He escapes that, goes and gets help from her. She takes him to this other dude who's supposed to help him, and he barely gets any information other than walk through the desert and the dude you're looking for is going to find you. Whatever. And then he's like, yo, give me that dog. And she's like, no. So he shoots the dog, and then she shoots him, and then all the guards come around. They kill all the guards, and while he's sitting there whimpering like a bitch, she goes and she's about to kill him, and he's like, don't. John's like, don't kill him. And then she shoots him in the kneecap. And then they go, and then she's like, all right, John, I'm going to drop you off at the fucking desert. And then she bounces the fuck out. And then he just walks to the desert and passes out. And then the dude finds, one of the workers for the dude finds him. And then John ends up being reinstated from his excommunicado status. And then he's back to being, because he got out from the biz, right? He was like, yo, I escaped this shit. I escaped this life. And then they were like, yo, I've never seen anybody work so hard to get back into this life. And so then now, like, the terms of the deal is for him to not be excommunicado anymore, for him to not have a bounty on his head, he has to fucking be a hitman again or whatever. And so the thing that he was told to do was kill the dude that owned the hotel, right? So he gets there and they talk, and then the bitch from the round table comes in. She's like, all right, you gonna kill him? And he was like, nah, I don't think I will. So then she's like, all right, cool. Let's fucking go to war. And then there's another war. There's so many fucking deaths in this fucking, I don't know how John don't get shot, man. How fucking horrible is everybody else? He got stabbed like 2 times in the movie, I think. He took a few cuts here or there. He started with a bullet wound here in his gut, in his stomach, and then he got stabbed in the neck, and then somehow nothing ever happened with that. The bullet wound in his stomach just kind of went away. They kind of just ignored that. He never patched that shit up. And then the stab wound here, he kind of, he went to the one dude, the Asian dude that fucking patched it up before time ran out, and then he finished the patchwork and sewed himself back up. But that movie was crazy. It was kind of wild. And the way it ended is going to be a John Wick 4. There's definitely going to be a John Wick 4 the way it ended. Yo, this motherfucker went from making The Matrix to going to John Wick 4. He made 3 Matrixes. Oh, and I think he's supposed to make another Matrix too. So Keanu Reeves, man, reliving. He's fucking on top of the world right now. He's definitely going to make a John Wick 4. And I'm pretty sure he signed on to do Matrix 4. So that's going to be pretty dope. And then on the flight back after the trip, watched 3 movies. I watched the Dark Phoenix movie. Yo, what the fuck is going on with the X-Men, bro? Because X-Men had the original cast, right? They had the original cast, and then they did First Class, which I thought was, they went back in time to do First Class because they were showing the fucking, how Scott and Storm and all of them first became part of it, and then that First Class happened, and so this is that. So First Class was back in time. They went back in time to show First Class, and then they had the Apocalypse movie, which included the First Class people. So are they fast forwarding for Apocalypse? I don't understand, because now, like, this was X-Men Dark Phoenix, and it's the same fucking cast from First Class, except and then some. And so so for the longest time I was like, yo, is this in the past? And then fucking Rogue dies, Raven, as they called her, and then, you know, pretty much the bitch that plays Mystique or whatever. So I said Rogue, my bad. Mystique dies, and then fucking Jean Grey dies, pretty much, right? And then I'm like, yo, is this not in the past? Did they just, like, they went into the past for a hot second and then came back to the future, but with the same fucking cast from the past? Is that what's going on? Because I'm so confused as to how the fucking X-Men series is really transcribing, because this has to be the future, because fucking Mystique is dead. So, and then all the other shit that happened prior, she was alive. So clearly this is after all that shit happened. So it's very confusing when they do shit like that. So whatever. But then, so the movie I wanted to talk about was Detective Pikachu. So I saw commercials for this fucking movie back, like a year ago, right? When it first came out or whatever. And I was like, it looks like it's going to be kind of funny. Ryan Reynolds is the voice of Pikachu. It looked like it's going to be funny. And there's some twists at the end that I saw coming. And so, also, I don't have to say this, but spoiler alert, bro. Like, also, the movie came out a year ago. So if you haven't seen it, go fuck yourself. When something comes out, something brand new comes out, a new movie, a new TV show, a new episode, whatever, right? You get a 1 month grace period. That's how it works. You get a 1 month grace period, and then I'm spoiling everything. You got a month, okay? I get it. Sometimes you're busy. Sometimes you can't always see things. You got daily life or whatever, or maybe sometimes you forget to watch it or something. Sometimes fucking you're waiting for the matinee. Sometimes whatever it is, I get it. You can't always see it, and sometimes you're waiting for the crowds to die down before you go see it, so you don't in a crowded building, whatever. I get it. That's why I'm going to give you 1 fucking month. 1 month after the episode comes out, after the movie comes out, after the TV show airs. 1 month. That's what you get. You get a 1 month grace period, and then I'm spoiling everything. Okay? So, Detective Pikachu, this dude, dad dies, whatever. He goes back to his dad's apartment, finds a Pikachu. Meets up with this girl that's kind of working for a reporting agency or whatever. She got a fucking Psyduck. This fucking Pikachu starts following him around once he realizes that he's fucking the dad's kid, and Pikachu was the dad's companion. And so in this movie, apparently everyone gets 1 fucking Pokemon. You can't be kind of trying to catch them all. You get 1 fucking Pokemon. That's it. Everybody get 1. And so there's a fucking big ass company. There's always a fucking company behind everything. There's always an old motherfucker behind it all. And there's a dude that owns it and his son. They're running it together, whatever. And the part, there's some weird parts to this movie that don't quite make sense. It's a funny movie, so definitely, it's a cute ass movie. It's funny, it's enjoyable. I liked it, right? And Pikachu's funny. Ryan Reynolds is hilarious. The Ditto at the end. Okay, first of all, the son of the dude that owns the company, who ends up everyone thought was the evil dude, he's being played by Ditto. First of all, Ditto, I didn't even know he could copy humans. I thought he could only copy fucking other Pokemon. And when he does copy other Pokemon, they always have a weird ass face. But when he fucking copied the dude's son, perfect face, perfect resemblance, so that didn't make any sense. He's the only person that the Ditto copied that looked perfect. Everybody else that Ditto copied looked like a fucking weird beady-eyed version of that thing, or that Pokemon, or that person. So there's that. So I don't know why he was able to copy that dude perfectly. I always thought Mewtwo was supposed to be evil. They played it up like he was evil. I thought Mewtwo was always like this angry, like human created Pokemon, but in this movie he ends up trying to save he ends up like trying to save the Pokemon. He's like humanity is evil, but I'm trying to help the Pokemon because that's just what I am. And then also fucking the dude, like the Pikachu ends up being the dad. The dad dies, and Mewtwo puts his soul in the kid, in the Pikachu, and that's why Pikachu can talk. But only, like, that didn't make sense. So he put the dad's soul in Pikachu, so now Pikachu can talk like a human, but nobody can fucking understand Pikachu but the kid? That don't make sense either. So what the fuck? That also didn't make sense. Outside of that, cute ass movie. It was a cute movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Groot enjoyed it, and then the other movie I was watching was Stuber, and I didn't get to finish that one because the flight back, we came back before it ended. We landed right, I had probably about another 30 minutes left of that movie when it ended, but from the parts that I watched, it's kind of funny, man. It was kind of funny. Batista, bro, like he's following The Rock's footsteps. Like John Cena was trying to do it for a while, and then I haven't heard from John Cena in forever. I don't even think he's wrestling anymore, and I'm not sure if he's even doing any movies. I know that he's in the new Fast and Furious, and if he is doing movies, they must all be just WWE movies. But the only person outside, like The Rock, transcended WWE, and is now just a movie star in general, and stopped going by The Rock because he got to pay revenue. He got to pay royalties to the WWE for using that name, so he stopped using that and just goes by Dwayne Johnson now. But he transcended WWE, and Batista did the same thing, bro. He was doing a few WWE movies, and then he got cast for Guardians of the Galaxy. He's now and he was like a main character, but still a side character, but like a main character. And he also was not Batista. He was like a Rock guy, right? And I forget what other movie he was in outside of that, but now he's starring in his own movie as the Stuber movie, and it was funny. Like, he is actually really funny in that movie. He plays a fucking cop, a blind ass cop who needs glasses, gets this procedure done on his eyes, but then all this shit goes down, and they're like, yo, keep on, don't take these fucking goggles off until your vision comes back. And then during the whole movie, like, throws away the goggles, and he's just going through the whole entire movie pretty much blind. So he's running into shit. He's pointing his gun at fucking fish tanks, thinking it's the person and shit like that. But at the same time, there's like some shootout scenes where he fucking headshots everybody. So I don't know how that works. He must be just shooting with hearing. He's like turned into Daredevil. Remember how Daredevil used to be able to just feel the vibrations or some shit like that? That movie didn't make sense. Okay, first of all, Daredevil, I can't, like, how has he got superpowers, bro? Like, Daredevil was just a fucking blind kid, and then all of a sudden he can just do shit by feeling, he can see everything that's around by the vibrations and shit like that. Like, what? Like, he didn't have any nuclear acid spilt on his eyes or his body. He didn't breathe any gas. He didn't get hit by any fucking astronomical shit like the Fantastic Four. He didn't get hit by some radiation or some fucking powers from space, cosmic powers. None of that shit. He's just Daredevil. And he wore that fucking condom red suit. Yo, every movie that fucking Ben Affleck is in, if he ever plays a superhero, fuck that movie, alright? Daredevil, fuck that movie. His Batman, fuck that movie. And Ben Affleck got hated so much He wasn't even in a main. They didn't even get to make a Batman movie with him. They made Batman vs Superman, and then and then the Justice League. But he didn't even get his own fucking movie. Like Superman carried him in the Batman vs Superman, and the Justice League movie, and he was barely in the Justice League movie, right? The Justice League movie was kind of just like, yo, I know we're all superheroes or whatever, but we all kind of suck dick, and we gotta resurrect Superman. And then once Superman came, he killed everybody, right? He just worked everyone. So they clearly were like, yo, Superman's clearly the best. But that dude got hated so much for the movies that he made. Yo, hold up, let me do the camera thing. Y'all already know. Gotta end this thing before it fucking dies out. And we're gone. And we're up. We're live. Yeah, Ben Affleck, bro. I don't know what happened with that dude. Like, he made some good movies, though. It's only when he plays superheroes. When he does anything else, we're cool with it. But him as a superhero, we're like, nah, fuck that. But other people, no one gives a fuck. Like, Michael B. Jordan, that dude could be gay-ass Johnny Storm, and everyone's like, alright, and then he can be Killmonger, and they're like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, he's just multiple characters in the Marvel universe or whatever. Who else? Chris, the dude that played Captain America, that motherfucker, he was also Johnny Storm in the original He was the original Johnny Storm. And I thought he did a pretty good job as Johnny Storm, and then he became Captain America. Who else was a double fucking... Pretty sure there was more. Pretty sure. Just can't remember him now. There's been 1,000 different Spider-Men. You know? People kind of like the new kid. The kid that plays Spider-Man now. And then... that's the other movie that was on there. It was like Spider-Man Far From Home or whatever, where they go, or it was that Far From Home was the original, was the first one with the new guy, right? The new kid. And then after that, I think they did Into the Spider-Verse, but I think that one was a cartoon movie. I don't know. So many fucking Marvel movies. I'm so sick of these Marvel movies. I'm so sick of superhero movies. Like, yo, like, go, just stop, I don't care. I couldn't even finish that thought. I was like, you know what? I don't give a shit. I barely watch movies as it is. I don't give a fuck. I watched Endgame, and I watched Infinity Wars, and then Endgame. I watched both of those, and like, you know, whatever, bro. I don't. And I'm pretty sure they're setting up another Avengers eventually, but like everyone in the Avengers series is running out of their contracts. They're gonna have to have new Captain Americas and shit. Whatever, bro. The way Endgame ended was kind of like, they ended it like, oh, okay, this is the final Marvel movie ever, but then not really, because they're obviously gonna do another Captain Marvel with the blonde bitch. She's gonna get at least 3 movies out of that series. She's gonna do a trilogy. They're probably gonna they gotta make Black Panther 2. They're making the Widow movie. You know, probably like 1,700 other Spider-Men. Whatever. You know, like just, I don't... Yo, but like, the kid... Ben Affleck? Affleck? I don't know how to say his name, bro. One of the best movies he was ever in was The Town. That was actually a dope movie. Any movie he makes based out of Boston, dope movie, right? Good Will Hunting, awesome movie. The Town, awesome movie. Everything else, who gives a shit? They also had like The Crimes of Grindelwald, Harry Potter continuing. I read all the Harry Potter books growing up because I was a kid when they came out, and I watched all the movies because I read all the books. Now, with the new series that's coming out, not gonna read the books, man. I don't give a fuck anymore. But I'll still watch the movies. I watched the first 2 of the Fantastical Beasts and Where to Find Them, which apparently, like the way that tied in, that was a book written by Newt Scamander, and it was a book that everyone at Hogwarts was supposed to read, like in the first years or something like that, right? Fantastical Beasts and Where to Find Them. And then this movie goes back in time, and it's Newt's story. And Newt is kind of like Hagrid, because he's like the mythical creatures guy. And he also got expelled just like Hagrid. And one thing that I never thought I'd be talking about on this podcast is fucking Harry Potter, bro. I never thought I'd be going into the storylines of Harry Potter, but here I am. That's another fucking... Dude, I could do like 100 podcasts about all the shit in Harry Potter that didn't make sense. But I like the new series, that Crimes of Grindelwald. When the next one comes out, because they kind of set this last one up so that Credence is gonna fight Dumbledore, and then we kind of find out that Credence is Dumbledore's twin, but like not twin, but he's Dumbledore's what is he? He's a that I'm at a loss for words. Too many fucking made up words in Harry Potter, okay? He was right there at the tip of my tongue. Whatever he is, that smoky thing that he is, that gets created when you fucking kill somebody or something like that, or when you when your magic abilities get repressed and you don't use them, it creates that smoky thing, and eventually those children die, right? They don't live past the age of like 15 or some shit. But that's because like that thing gets created and goes within a child. That thing gets created and it lives within the kid, and then the kid dies. But this thing is not living within anyone. It's just a free roaming smoky thing. Oh, fuck. Whatever, bro. Like, too many things. It's difficult. Too difficult. I just want to see the next one where he fights Dumbledore, and I want to see this showdown between Dumbledore and Grindelwald. That's all I give a fuck about, man. And that's still not going to happen in the next one, because the Blood Pact still, like, the timeline that they have set for this thing, like, it's still 20 years too early before Grindelwald and Dumbledore duke it out and Dumbledore wins, right? He wins, but he doesn't kill Grindelwald. He just wins in the duel, which I don't know what that means. Is he gonna use that Expelliarmus spell and fucking wand him or whatever? Is that what happens? Is that what you call winning? I don't fucking know. Whatever. And he's still got to figure out the Blood Pact thing. It's all gonna come to a head at some point, and you know, whatever. It's Harry Potter, man. Who gives a fuck? It's Harry fucking Potter, and not something I want to be talking about on this fucking podcast. But it's like, as a movie goes, it's interesting. If you actually pay attention to shit, like, it's interesting. But this ain't a Harry Potter podcast, right? Yo, so you guys see that ASAP Rocky was talking about sex addictions? He was talking about how he got a sex addiction. He was like, yo, first time, he was like, I was introduced to orgies at like the age of 12. And it's like, whoa, what? How? All these fucking rappers and shit, bro, that are like, yo, I lost my virginity at 11. It's like, what are you talking? How? Who? That was before you're even famous. So who's trying to fuck you at 10 or 11 years old? That shit don't make sense. Like, that's just what goes down? People fucking you at 12? I'm hearing the front door open. I can't, but like, he's like, yeah, I got introduced to orgies at 12, and so now, like, that's just what I'm into. And, like, yeah, anything that happens to a kid in their developmental in stages of life, like, that's obviously going to carry over to their adult life. And it's kind of interesting because people kind of go two ways with shit like that. Like whenever bad shit happens in a kid's life at an early age, they either like they either do two things. They either like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever I can to never let this shit happen again, or they just perpetuate the cycle and just repeat it like ad nauseum with the next generation, right? So like if you were beaten as a kid, like dudes, like especially guys that were like beaten and raped when they were kids, they usually go on to beat and rape their kids and yada yada yada. But like women, like those are the women that end up being like strippers and prostitutes and whatever, sex, or like porn stars or whatever. Like not always, but like that happens, and they're like, yo, like I'm reliving what happened, but this time I'm in control. Like I'm controlling the situation or whatever. But like, yeah, I don't know, man. That like, who's doing orgies at 12? Can you even get hard at 12? When you start, like, that's probably like right around the time where, like, did you get a hard on for the first time and then just happen to be in an orgy that same day? Like, I don't understand. He needs to be more. He needs to like. We need to go more in depth with that interview. Be like, who were you involved in an orgy with? Was it like adults that let you join in? Was it other kids? I'm so confused. Like, when I was 12, I was too busy fucking playing sports. I wasn't too busy fucking. I was too busy playing sports. And, you know what I mean? Like, focusing on getting better at my craft. Like, I don't know. Some people live crazy lives, don't they? Some people live some crazy ass lives. I don't understand. It's hard to fathom. Like, dude, can you imagine like having a kid and finding out he was in an orgy at 12, or she? That's way worse. Way worse. Always way worse when a girl's involved in an orgy at 3. At 3? Jesus Christ. At 12. Because now, if the girl is involved in orgies, people are in her. Like, like that's wild. I don't know. This plant needs to get watered. Yeah, we haven't been back. We've been gone for a week. I need to water this fucking thing. It's not even my plant. Yeah, man. We got some shit lined up for us coming back. Like, we got some guests that are in the works that are going to be super exciting that I can't wait to chat with. The very next guest. So we're going to go back. We're back on the regular schedule program. Sunday, we're going to have pass interference again. Me and Al's going to hit it up on Sunday and back at it. And then our next guest is probably going to be Marcus, because he just came back from his trip in Mexico, and he got back the day before I left for Hawaii. So I'm trying to get all my Hawaii shit out now so we can mostly talk about his trip with you guys when I meet up with him, because according to him, he had fun. It was a great time, but there was also drama, and I'm interested to know what drama he talking about, because he went out there with his homegirls, with his two friends, and there was only one. I'm wondering if the drama happened between him and his homegirls, because the only time he posted up photos or videos or pictures with them was like the first night that they were there. So like, he landed, they landed, and then they like all hung out and went out and shit. And then he posted up a picture with them and then with his homegirl. So like the first day or the first day and a half, because they kind of probably ended up gotten there at night, like he was with them, and then no more posts with them for the rest of the trip. So that makes me think the drama was between him and his homegirls. That's what I think. And then every picture or video or story or whatever he posted from then on was just him or him with all the other people staying at the resort that were there on vacation. So I'm wondering what the fuck happened. That's kind of interesting. So we will soon find out. Trust me that. Trust me that? Is that a fucking saying? I don't know. The other thing, we brought back a lot of fucking candy and food and shit. Like, a lot of these chocolates, mochi. I'm sure these are all gifts for people. But like, yo, the fucking islands of the shit, man. Go there, man. Just fucking go. Just go. Next time, and I like to go because we live in kind of a cold, rainy climate. Summers here are pretty nice. So when summer ends, I kind of like to wait a couple months and go. Like, it kind of works out because November's my birthday. Oh, I celebrate my birthday out there, by the way. Happy birthday to me. 31. Killing the game at 31, baby. I like to go in November, which works out for me because of my birthday. November, December, January, February. Somewhere in that span of 4 months, I like to go on a trip because it's like a second summer. And especially just in case the summer here was awful, which a lot of times it is. Like this past summer. Trash. We had a trash summer. It was not super hot or super sunny for very many days. There were kind of just blah days during the summer. Rain during the summer. And according to whatever the fuck, it's supposed to be kind of a shitty winter this year. We're supposed to get a lot of snow or whatever the fuck. And we had a bad December or a bad snow season last winter. So if it's supposed to be like that again, I'm fucking out, bro. No, I don't. No. Don't want that here. Is this the East Coast? I didn't think so. Do we live in fucking Boston? Never again, dude. I'm never living there again. Never want to go back. Shoveling snow. Dude, last year, during the winter, I couldn't... First of all, I can't get out of my driveway because I had a sports car, rear-wheel drive. If it's any snow, it just spins out, so I can't leave. Right? And so then I was like, okay, I'm going to borrow my mom's car then, at the time, because she has a new car now. But it was this red little Yaris. And it's super lightweight, so it's not that great in the snow either. But it's better than my car by a little bit. And so I shoveled the driveway, I literally was shoving the neighborhood, the main road of the neighborhood, because that's what's really bad. People at work are like, dude, the fucking roads are not that bad. Everybody else showed up. Fuck everybody else, dude. They don't live where I live. They don't have the car that I have, and their neighborhood isn't my neighborhood. There's hills in my neighborhood. Eat dicks. And also, you really think I'm gonna fucking risk getting in an accident or sliding or crashing into something to come to work? My safety or my car means way more to me than that. Fuck corporations that fucking do that shit, man. Like, literally eat dicks, yo. Fucking eat dicks. I'm here every other day of the week. I'm here all the time, all throughout the year. It fucking snows. I'm not gonna come in. You got a problem with it? Oh well. Oh fucking well. But I shoveled literally the neighborhood, right? I'm literally shoveling my cul-de-sac. I'm shoveling the streets, and I was finally able to get this fucking little red sperm car out of the fucking driveway. And then I was like, okay, you know what? And I had to push it too. I pushed it through the driveway and then finally got it. I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna park this motherfucker out on the main road. Like, out on the main road, against the side, on the sidewalk. And I'm just gonna park it there because the road got shoveled by the snowplows, and then I went out to the part where I was gonna because the snowplow shoved the snow into the bank, and I was like, I'm gonna park in the bank. So I shoveled the bank. Took a while, shoveled all of the bank, and then I parked in that spot, and I was like, okay, perfect. In the morning, I'm gonna come out here and just go right under the main road. So I went to bed. Woke up in the morning, went out there. The snowplow came through again and slammed all the snow back into my car. Like dickheads. They just closed me back in, so I had to wake up in the morning and reshovel that shit again because they fucking slammed all the snow against my car. I was like, these fucking assholes. And so yeah, I'm like, I don't want to deal with that ever again. That's not why I live here. Don't want it. But yeah, so yeah, man, I had a great trip. Marcus apparently had a pretty great trip, minus the drama that happened, and I can't wait to hear about it. We got some other guests lined up that I can't really say yet, but it's gonna be exciting and fun. And yeah, man, we're back in the swing of things. Pass interference is back. Counterpunch is back. Lateral move is back, baby. And share with it. Tell your friends. Do some shit. Help me. Help you. Help us. We killing it, man. We doing it. We can't do it without you. I appreciate y'all listening. I know this is a little bit shorter than normal, but I just want to get this in and done. I literally landed last night, and we're doing this today. So just wanted to recap with you guys, let y'all know we're back. We're back in the biz. This was kind of like the Hawaii recap episode, but along with some movie talk. But it is what it is. I appreciate y'all listening. Stay tuned. And yeah, man, trips up. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.